Hello! I'm so excited to be building with this new pack. This is a pack I've been waiting for, really anticipating to come out. So yeah, I feel like I'm really going to enjoy this. I'm going to enjoy both building with it and also the gameplay, I hope. So this is actually the first thing I am doing with this pack, the first thing I am building. And we're actually building a preschool. So this preschool is for the younger children. Oh, not children, the toddlers and the infants. The one you would send to daycare when you go to work. So this is where all the proud parents can send their children and safely go to work and feel like their little ones are being looked after. So yeah. This is a good place. It's the Gibbi Preschool, also called the Sunny Preschool. So they have this little building, and it's not the biggest of buildings, but it reminded me very much of my own preschool or kindergarten. When it's like this L shape. So that's what I wanted to do with this building as well. I wanted to use the L shape for this house. And there's going to be like two different parts. One part is for the really, really young children. And the other one, so it's for the infants, and the other one is for the toddlers. And the part where our we're not on that right now. I was thinking about saying the part that we're on right now, but I'm bouncing around all over the place trying to get some good wallpaper up. And I love this new wallpaper. It's so lovely. I love the colors. It's like moody and autumnal, and yeah, I really like it. And I also like all of the swatches of the wood that came with this pack. So this is, as far as I'm concerned right now, as much as I have been working with it, and it's only this build, I really enjoy it so far. I like what I'm seeing. So yeah, I wanted to use the wooden color inside as well, and the wooden flooring, except for in the playrooms. Those are going to have carpet because, you know, these small kids, they crawl around on the floor, and I think they would need something a little bit more warm and soft to crawl around on. It would make them feel more comfortable, I think. So I went for carpet. And in this corner we have the kitchen. So this is where the staff is cooking, well, mostly breakfast and lunch, I would say, because for dinner they have hopefully all went to their own houses again, and their parents are cooking dinner for them. Because this preschool is open between 6 in the morning and 6 in the evening, so they have long shifts, those poor teachers working here. Because I have made this as a fully functional. I have made this like a preschool that you can work with. So I've set the teachers to have specific roles and what to do at specific times and so on. So you can download this from the gallery. My gallery ID is the same as my name here, HelenSimmar. And yeah, it's on there, and all of my other builds are on there as well. So go have a look, see if you find something you want to play with. And I'm just decorating the kitchen, trying to make it look like it's being used, but they still have very much order in the kitchen, so it's not messy or anything like that. And this room is the staff room, so this is where they can enjoy their little break. It's just a little sofa and a chair and a table with some magazines. And outside they have their own lockers where they can well, hang up their coats and so on, and maybe change into something else. I like these curtains, but as you could see, I used the other rod to because it didn't come with that extra rod piece to connect it between the two parts on either side of the window. You need something to connect the rod. It looks kind of, I wouldn't say silly, but it looks odd not having something to connect them with. So I used the other rod that came with the pack where you get residential rentals, the Asian pack, and that rod matched perfectly with the other rod, so it was not visible that I had changed it. So I go ahead and do that on every part and use this curtain on both sides of the window. And now we are into the bathroom, and actually, they are toddlers. They won't be using the toilets, but I wanted it to look like you could train them to go on the toilet instead of the potty. Of course, you have to train them to go on the potty. That's where they're at in the game. So I have 3 potties in there as well, so you could potty train them. But yeah, the staff has to use the bathroom as well, so they can go there if they want to, since the kids aren't going to use it. And I also brought up a little hanger for mostly the staff, maybe the parents if they want to come in and hang for a bit. You could also use this as a, I don't know what it's called in English, but in Sweden, where I'm from, we have like an open kindergarten, and you have staff working there, but you can't leave your kid there. You have to be there with your kids. So you could come there with your kids, and they have activities they do, and they have like sit in a ring and sing songs, and they come up with different kind of games to play with them, and teach parents how you could interact with your kids and so on. And also it's a good way to meet other parents. So I went to this kind of place when I was at home with my kids when they were little ones, and we met other parents and other kids there, and we had a good time playing and so on. So that's probably a good way to use this as well, because then you could bring in your bigger kids as well, and they could use more of the stuff, because many of the things isn't for toddlers or infants. They can't do that much, but yeah, if you use it like an open I'm going to call it the open preschool. I don't know if you know the name of it in English. Please comment down below what it's called in English when you have to, if you have it. That's the first question. Do you have it? If you do, what is it called? So then you could use more things if you use it in that way, because outside I'm going to build a playground with the new playground equipment, and of course infant can't go there, and I don't think toddlers will be able to either, because they can't even get upstairs. And I don't think, maybe when they get high enough skills in movement so that they can actually walk upstairs, maybe they can use the playground, but I'm not so sure of that. But I really wanted to use the new playground because it's gorgeous, and we haven't had anything like that in the game before, so of course I wanted to use it. And they have, like I said in the beginning, really big outside area to utilize, so of course we're going to use it as much as we can. But yeah, the smaller kids area is finished, their bedroom and their playroom, and we are heading into the toddler area and their bedroom. And I tried to size this rug up, but it was sticking out a little bit on both sides into the bathroom and into the other room, and that's not good. So I had to size it down and use it twice instead, because I think it's It's gorgeous, but you can't see that much of it now. You can see the canoe in the middle of the lake. But it's a gorgeous rug. They have a lot of cute little rugs in this pack as well. So yeah, as I said, I'm enjoying it so far. And this is going to be the playroom for the toddlers. And yeah, this is also something they won't be able to use, as I said, but they can use the house and the toy box and the bear, and I'm going to put up some chairs, so do a little reading corner so they could grab a book from the bookcase and sit down and have a little reading session. Maybe the teacher can read for them as well. So yeah, and I also brought in a little table and some high chairs by the window here, because you probably want somewhere to sit, even though these high chairs can be really annoying and don't always work the way you want to. You would probably want some, so yeah. I made a little area for them there to sit and eat. And yeah, the area for them to play is finished, and we're just going to put up some curtains in here. And I wanted to go with this one, but it stuck to the table too much, so I went with this one instead, and I pushed it all the way out, making it act like a wall decor as well as a curtain. And then I realized I had forgotten curtains on the smaller children or the infants area, so I went back and put up some curtains here as well. And you know, they might be small, but they have a lot of clothes, especially outside wear, because they need to have their boots and their jackets and their overalls, and yeah, it's a lot. So I brought in these little cabinets for their clothes, and I stuck them close together, so they do glitch a little bit, but it's not that noticeable. I'm okay with it. It's fine, because I really wanted two of them, because yeah, as I said, they're small, but they have a lot of clothes. So yeah, making that little trick with the other rod again in the hallway on both sides. And now we are heading outside, and I knew I wanted to have a porch outside so that you could be outside but still have a roof over your head. So you could do some playtime outside as well. So I'm going to put some roofing over this area, and I also went for that new foundation in wood, and I think that is a great foundation. We have a lot of ugly foundations, but this one I actually like. And the roof gave me some fiddling, so I now realized, looking back at it, why it's making me fiddle so much, why it's working on one side and not the other. It's because I have one side a bit further out than the other. That's why it's fiddly-diddling with me. But yeah, I managed to get it to where I want it in the end, so it's fine. And we also need some no, it's not beams. I lost the word again. But yeah, some new, I'm gonna call them poles, because the word is lost right now. I do know the word, but it's lost right now. And we got some new of these, and I think these are lovely. They are quite simple and basic, and that is what I like. It's those really ornamented ones are good for doing like older house styles and Victorian house and so on. But I don't think we have enough good just square wood beams. Is that the word? Yeah, we don't have enough of them, so I really like these ones. And this little thing I put in the corner, it's for the butterflies, so you can have butterflies in there. So I was thinking they could collect butterflies and put them in there. So that's nice. And I also will put some shading over there, like a little awning out to protect the kids from the sun, because if they're going to be outside all day, they might want to have some coverage so they won't get burned by the sun. And yeah, I was trying to have like an opening to get into the preschool, but then I realized that wouldn't be realistic. You would want a gate so that you could close it and keep the little ones safe inside. So I opted out and went for the gate as well. So I keep both of them. I have this, you can see it's like a sun on there, so that's why it's called the Sunny Preschool. And this is where I start fiddling with the new playground equipment, and it was fun. It was fun to see all these parts come together and realize you can do pretty much whatever. So yeah, I try different approaches to this, and I'm going to realize that I have to right now change so that you could get up to the high spot on the playground as well. But this is quite a big playground for being on a lot where you keep small children. That's why I think it's a good idea to have it like a place where you can bring your big kids as well. And this is the new slide that we got. It's a freestanding slide because we got slides down from the playground as well. So we have 2 of them, or 3 maybe if you count the double one as 2. And then we have a freestanding, and I will also bring in the one from the toddler pack so that the toddlers can actually use that equipment at least. And I will also bring out some monkey bars for them to play around with. And this is just a little shed where they can keep their bits and bobs that might not be needed right now, or maybe it's broken and needs repair and gets to stay there for a while until they get around to fixing it or call someone to fix it. That would be a great place to put the seasons box for decorating for like Christmas and so on. It's not in that right now, but if you have seasons, that would be a great place to put that, so it's in the way but you still have it. And yeah, I'm just trying to map out where everything should go. So this is like a little stone path and a stone area where I'm going to put the tables and so on for the adults to sit and watch the kids and enjoy the sun, and maybe have a coffee with some of the other parents. And the other area is going to be filled with sand so that you could play in the sand. It's like a sand pit, and it's also like a protection for the safety for the kids so that they don't fall and hurt themselves on something hard. So I know at least in Sweden it's really important. You can't build your playgrounds as you want to. You have to have a certain materials on the ground. You could also have like this rubbery mat. I don't know what it is, but it's some sort of rubber that you could have. And it's really annoying, because it's lets go of little parts. So when the kids come off from that play area, they have like things in their pockets and so on, little bits of this rubber. So I'm actually wondering if it is that good for them. But yeah, it's required, or you could use sand and so on. So it's important with the safety. So that's what we're going for in here as well. And these cute little lights are all over the place so that the kids can play outside in the evenings and so as well. And yeah, we're just filling the whole place up with sand right now. And yeah, it went kind of fast, this whole thing. So if you feel like, oh, I didn't see that room, what happened in there, what is in there, or something like that, and there will be pictures in the end of the video so you can take a closer look. Don't forget to comment, and don't forget to like if you like the video. It helps me out a lot, and if you want to see more, you could always subscribe so that you know when another video is out. I would love it if you could do that, because we are now coming up to the end of the video, and you will wonder, where is the trash bin and where is the mail box? They will be there, and there will also be some sort of shelter above the slides so that the kids can play in the shade from the sun. That will be up, and there will also be some equipment in the sandbox. So I pick some things up from debug, but it takes such a time, so I do it off camera so you don't have to take a look at all of that. So I really loved for you to be here with me today. I loved and I hope you have a super nice day. Bye!